So now that I've been on YouTube for a few years, I feel like I've learned a lot. Apart from how to grow on subscribers, apparently. But one thing that I have learned is that hindsight is a wonderful thing. One example dead quick would be Chris Ingham. Like, yes, we have all this evidence now, but in hindsight, surely that haircut was enough. Like, if we're actually being honest here, I am pretty sure you could hire a lawyer good enough to sentence Chris Ingham to 16 years on the trim alone. But you get my point, right? You see the world very differently in hindsight. Which brings us on to Shane Dawson. Now, I personally didn't start watching Shane Dawson till about 2018, but even 2018 onwards, looking back at everything that's been said recently, it really makes you think, are we surprised? Like, this the person who went out of his way to make multiple videos just defending Tana Mongeau after she got a bunch of kids to line up for hours and burn. This is the same person who made an 8-part series just debating the fact whether someone is literally a sociopath. And this is also the same guy who tweeted this. I didn't my cat. I didn't on my cat. I didn't put my anywhere near my cat. Like, what point in life do you actually have to get to where you have to publicly explain your innocence in shagging your cat? I mean, all I'm saying is that you wouldn't see Dana Phil saying that now, would you? But like I said, that was just a few things from 2018 onwards, and up until the recent situation, I didn't really know anything that Shane Dawson had done prior to 2018. And trust me when I say this, I wish it stayed that way. And in fact, throughout my search, and I do realise I'm probably the last person on the platform to ever find this out, but I came to the realisation that Shane Dawson used to have a bit of a music career, and I do use the word career very loosely. So what I thought would be a brilliant idea to do in this video would be to look back at some of Shane Dawson's cult classics, and you never know, it might just change my opinion on him. Slightly doubt it. Now, I do have to preface by saying that pretty much every song we listen to in this video is now deleted, so I mean, that must be for a specific reason. So this one in particular is called High School The Rap music video by Shane Dawson, and it's only got 700 views because someone's had to re-upload it, and I think we're about to find out why. But before we do get any further into the video, I do just want to say, if you haven't already subscribed to this channel, first of all, what are you doing? Like, I'm trying to stay as calm as I humanly can, okay? Because you won't like me when I'm angry. But if you don't scroll down right now and click the subscribe button, I'll get Shane Dawson to show up to your house. And you wouldn't want that, would you? But now, in all seriousness, we're not that far away from 300k, so if you do want to be a bloody gem, if you could subscribe, that would be great. And yeah, without further ado, let's actually get into, this monstrosity.
Rule number 1, act like you don't give a fuck. Here's your homework, try to get your pee-pee sucked.
And just like that, folks, 7 seconds in, and we've already referenced someone getting their dick sucked in a song about high school, which, I mean, is lovely. But remember, guys, that's only rule 1, as he's just said in the music video there, so there's going to be a plenty more rules to talk about in here. It might get a little bit better, because it is a song about school at the end of the day, so I don't know. Can we talk about, like, exams? Pythagoras' theorem? Anything like that? Or we're just going to talk about getting the dick sucked. I mean, my hopes aren't exactly high.
Rule number 3, find your pussy. Just not the crazy kids that hang underneath the crazy tree. Rule number 4, no hot Cheetos. Looks like you're on your period, scratching your ho-ho.
So just be very clear here, okay? Rule number 4 on how to survive high school would be not to eat Cheetos because it looks like you've been playing with yourself whilst you're on your period. I mean, it's a well-known rule, isn't it? In fact, if I remember correctly, I'm pretty sure that's the first thing the teachers told me too, okay? It's one of the prime things you need to be aware of in school.
Cause we got some tools in the form of rules. Rule number 5, don't join the Harry Potter club, or a jock will shove a Quidditch stick up your butt.
Ah, yeah, that well-known thing that happens in the Harry Potter club. In fact, it's a bit of an urban legend. I mean, every single person knows that if you go to the Harry Potter club in school, you're gonna get bent over and someone's gonna shove a broom up your ass. Or what's that? You think that they're just gonna, like, read books and discuss the story and stuff like that? Jesus Christ, aren't you naive?
Rule number 7, have fashion taste. Short shorts will give you an under-the-waist sad face. Oh wait, you don't know what that is? It's when the fabric on your shorts gets caught in your pussy lip.
Ah, I mean, it's a lovely thing to say when you're trying to target someone who's in high school. Like, can you actually imagine that when this song first got released and there was someone who was just about to go into high school at the time, was trying to look for tips and tricks on YouTube, how to survive, they're really nervous, and then they see this. I mean, probably scarred for life. I think what actually does blow my mind more is that all of a sudden, it all makes sense. It makes sense why the character that Shane Dawson's been trying to show recently is being like, oh, I just help people, you know, I'm so kind, I'm just trying to help people who are in controversies, like Tana Mongeau. Because he probably knew that this was all coming for him, and he was like, you know what, if I back people now, they'll back me, and Funny enough, I'm pretty sure Tana Mojo hasn't said a thing yet. So you really helped the right people, Shane. I mean, you really did pick your friends wisely, didn't you?
Rule number 9, try to fuck a teacher. Get cotton to the school for some cheddar.
Ah, yes, Shane Dawson. Definitely a person who fucked their teacher. Like, do you know that one kid in school who did go around claiming that he, like, slept with a teacher or some shit like that? Shane Dawson is like that person, except he was saying it when he was about 25. Which, I mean, slight midlife crisis.
Don't cheat off an Asian, they're overrated.
Oh, that's a big ol' yikes, isn't it? The most mental thing is about this is that clip right there, in comparison to all of the stuff that Shane Dawson's done, is quite tame. So I think it just puts it in perspective, doesn't it? Because that clip right there, that specific joke right there, if I made that joke right now, or if any other YouTuber made that joke, rightfully, they would get a fuck ton of shit for it. And this isn't even scraping the barrel for Shane Dawson's old videos, so I mean, as you can tell, he was a lovely bloke.
Give up, cause it's just 4 years, then it disappears.
Wah! So there you guys go. That was my crazy ass rap song about.
Yeah, Shane, that was your crazy ass rap song. It was just so crazy, man. I was blown away, quite frankly. You just spoke about being in high school and getting your penis sucked and having a wand up your ass. I mean, that is crazy.
Like that song and you want to listen to it all the time, you can get it on iTunes. The link is in the crotch.
In the crotch? The link's in the where, sorry?
Song and you want to listen to it all the time, you can get it on iTunes. The link is in the crotch.
Now, first of all, okay, I find the thought of someone actually, like, jamming out to this song because we downloaded it on iTunes very strange. But secondly, Shane, I ain't going into your crotch, mister. Like, can you actually imagine if I did that? Like, we've just finished a big old video reacting to Trisha Paytas' TikToks and all of a sudden I'm like, by the way, if you want to leave a like on this video, just reach down into my pants and give it a click. Oh, no. I can't even finish the sentence. Strange guy, you know. A really strange guy.
And leave a comment, you could win a Shanae shirt signed by Shanae herself.
Oh, yeah.
Now, isn't that some drip? Catch me walking down the street with that on. Oh, God, I'm going to be getting second looks and all. And just to clarify, the second look would solely be because the person needs to check if they do need to ring the police, because anyone wearing that shirt quite clearly doesn't have good intentions. Right, so now this next song I wanted to look at is actually called The Bong Song, and I'm pretty sure it's not actually Shane Dawson singing in this one, so I mean, that's a positive right off the bat. But I did see a little bit of the opening skit, and, I mean, it's a sight to behold.
It was boring. I didn't like it. Okay? Here's what I want. I want little people fucking. I want deaf children twerking. I want it weird. Give me a boner. I want you to drink a big old glass of warm piss. What do you got for me? Bring the cray-cray.
So the one thing I will say about this opening skit is that this is the same guy, you know, the same guy who made this video, is the same guy who spent the last year trying to convince people he's just a guy who plays with slime. Really? Now, I do realise there might be a few people watching this video being like, okay, it's not fair to bring Shane Dawson into this, okay? It might be in his channel, but it's not his song, he's not singing, and he's not the person who just said what you're talking about. Then what I would say to you firstly would be, why the fuck are you flapping your arms around like that? You're not a bloody octopus, mate. And secondly, I would say Shane Dawson wanted to be a director, okay? He directed all these videos, that's why he did music videos and skits and stuff, because he wanted to be this big director, as we can see in this behind the scenes video.
Somebody out there is a rat and they're going around saying this is the raunchiest movie ever made and it's pissing me the off.
Oh, no. Oh, it's not a good look, is it? That, by the way, was Shane Dawson trying to defend his videos because people were saying they were too raunchy and too edgy and all this stuff. And he was like, well, if you think they're too raunchy, then just fuck you, bro. Which also proves, by the way, that even though it was a while ago and you can use the excuse that people change over time, people didn't think it was that edgy back then. They did, because you had to defend it.
I don't quite understand the logic of being picky when you have no job.
Oh, Jesus Christ, I didn't realize it was this bad. Are you trying to tell me that you don't want to play a character in my movie that's probably racially insensitive, maybe a paedophile, says edgy jokes over and over again, and you don't want to be a part of that? You don't even have a fucking job. You don't have a choice. He is a lovely boy, okay? He's the type of boy you'd want to take back to see your family, okay? I can imagine having Sunday dinner with him.
It's been mentioned many times that is a problem for people. So if we just like lose that, I'm just saying.
I'm not taking anything out of the movie to please a bunch of out-of-work actors in Pittsburgh who should be lucky to get an audition for a feature film.
Oh, no. no. I didn't realise he was this unlikable. This is actually a good little insight for you, okay? Because I promise you, there are actual YouTubers, specifically like LA YouTubers, who behind the scenes have this mindset. When they start having beef with someone who's a little bit smaller than them, they're all like, oh, you should be lucky to be with me, okay? I'm Shane Dawson. I'm Jeffree Star. I'm Trisha Paytas, okay? I've got millions of followers. Don't you dare speak to me like that. Like, it's not exactly the Avengers, is it? It's a Shane Dawson directed film. I'm pretty sure they've got bigger hopes than that. Actually, you know what? What might be a bit of a interesting video to make would be reacting to one of Shane Dawson's movies and give my thoughts and maybe take the piss a little bit. So if you do want to see that, let me know down below in the crotch. But yeah, do let me know what you think, and if you do want to see me react to one of Shane Dawson's movies or something like that, then also let me know. And yeah, leave a like if you are new, subscribe if you're new, do everything if you're new, it'd be much appreciated. And until next time, I guess I'll see you guys in a bit. Take care.
I'm a T-star, boy, and that's forever till I die. Up and coming MCU, will see it in my eyes. Every time I drop the mic, I swear I got hit